And hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 106 of the CheckX series. If you're new here, as I say every day, the CheckX series is pretty much all about me, your host. I haven't talked about everything that Elon posted on X the day before. Today we're going to discuss what he posted about yesterday, and discussed yesterday on Wednesday, March 18th, 2026. He posted about 60 times yesterday. We're pretty much just going to get right into this, as we usually do, starting off this segment and episode with Tesla and transportation. To start off this segment, Elon disputed media reports about a Cybertruck crash in Texas, stating that vehicle logs showed the driver disengaged autopilot 4 seconds before the collision, meaning that the crash occurred during manual driving. And moving on, Elon also announced that X will implement a dislike button specifically for subscribers and verified accounts to help mitigate spam and bot attacks. Last but not least, Elon agreed with comments highlighting Tesla's $1.25 trillion valuation, despite long-standing media skepticism. Moving on to space exploration and SpaceX, starting off the segment, following the discovery of 11 new moons around Saturn, Elon expressed his vision for the future, stating, "One day we shall sail through the moon belts of Saturn." And also, talking about Starship progress, Elon noted that SpaceX is getting closer to a Starship launch after successfully completing initial Super Heavy version 3 or V3 and Starbase pad activation campaigns and static fires, including testing all installed Raptor 3 engines. Moving on, Elon highlighted the Starlink V3 redesign, which uses 3 specialized internal chip designs to eliminate surface waves. Moving on, Elon also commented on that SpaceX will eventually place large telescopes in space and giant ones on the moon, addressing the current waiting around for new ground-based equipment. Last but not least, Elon maintained that while robots may handle redundant tasks, the love of adventure and exploration will remain a core driver for human space and colonization. Human space colonization. Moving on to artificial intelligence and Grok. Starting off this segment, Elon heavily promoted the Grok 420 beta benchmarks, claiming it is the top AI for low hallucination following instructions. Elon also noted that Grok 420.1 went live recently, with point releases rolling out every few days. Moving on, Elon also expressed distrust toward OpenAI, agreeing with their suggestions that they are moving away from their core mission and noting their transformer models have hit the wall. Talking about AGI and industry trends, Elon agreed that minimal AGI is likely achievable in the coming years, and acknowledged that model convergence, where different AI models start sounding the same, by the way, is a significant problem. Last but not least, Elon shared his view that AI will eat physics super fast, and agreed that robotics will radically transform the mining industry. Moving on to politics, elections, and fraud, starting off this segment, and then we'll wrap it up with international affairs and immigration. But starting off the segment, Elon repeatedly called for voter ID laws, calling them the bedrock of democracy, and reposting claims that without them, elections are fake. And moving on, Elon also reacted to reports of $170 million in uncovered fraud in California, simply stating, "Wow." Also, Elon reposted concerns regarding the U.S. national debt reaching $39 trillion. Last but not least, Elon described the effective altruist movement's influence on AI regulation as a censorship power played dressed up in safety language. Let me reword that. Censorship power play dressed up in safety language. Moving on to international affairs and immigration, last segment of this video. Last 3 things before we wrap up the episode. Starting off this segment, Elon was highly critical of the current UK leadership, which is two-tier tier, which he called two-tier tier, and immigration policy, suggesting that Britain may die unless it adopts stricter deportation and cultural integration policies. And moving on, Elon also reacted with "wow" to Berlin's 40% immigrant origin quota for judges. And Elon also called Sweden's state-owned media tax dumb. Last but not least for the episode, Elon reiterated his opinion that George Soros fundamentally hates humanity, and laughed at comments regarding Kim Jong-un's 99.93% election win in North Korea. I almost said North Carolina. Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up episode number 106 of the CheckX series. If you guys also did, I appreciate you guys for watching. Recommend dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. I also recommend going back and watching some of the other recent CheckX episodes if you haven't already. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up this episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.